Hi everyone, welcome to another Sailor Moon Crystal review. Today we'll be discussing Act 15. Something about Sailor Mars. I don't remember the part of the title, but it is going to be Sailor Mars related. So I'll have to go back into the manga to look at the title, but yes, so let's jump right into it. Before that though, I really want to make a quick note of two things. One, the last act, Act 14, I forgot to mention that they kind of had like an R movie moment when they kissed, when Usagi and Mamoru kissed. If no one caught that, that's fine. But also what I wanted to say was this one really didn't have that much comparison to the 90s, so again I will be sticking to the Crystal version. So let's jump right into it. So today, February 7th, was Act 15. Something Sailor Mars. Anyway, it starts off where Usagi and Mamoru are in the park, kind of still dazed that Chibiusa fell out of the sky. That's a comparison to the 90s, because in the 90s she did fall out of the sky, but the difference was they were at a pier or a lake or something on a dock. They weren't in a park. So that's different. Also, in the 90s, Rini, aka Chibiusa, had a gun, a toy gun, so that was kept in there. And yeah, so those are the two comparisons. So they bring, Chibiusa demands the legendary silver crystal, and of course Usagi does not give it to her, so she runs away, and Usagi and Mamoru need to find her. So they find her in a park, kind of like when it's dusk out or evening, becoming night actually. And so they take her to Usagi's house, and Chibiusa hypnotizes Usagi's family. That was something that they did, I believe, in the 90s as well. So, and also real quickly, I'm gonna, even though it wasn't stated in this episode, I am calling this, for me, to help me remember which arc we're on. To me, this will be Sailor Moon Crystal R. So, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know that. So if you hear me say Sailor Moon Crystal R, you'll know I'm in the R arc of the reboot. So anyway, back to the review. So, what else do I want to say? So yeah, after Usagi's family is hypnotized, well, while they're getting hypnotized, Luna, blocks or stops Usagi and Mamoru from getting hypnotized, so they don't get hypnotized, but Shingo and Usagi's mom and dad get hypnotized, thinking that Chibiusa is related to them. So then we get to Usagi's room, and Usagi kind of demands Chibiusa to tell her the truth, which she doesn't. She doesn't. So then, when she tries to run out of the room, we get a glimpse of the time key and the silver crystal, which kind of threw me for a loop, because as we know, like both in the 90s and this point, Chibiusa doesn't get the crystal. And it's proven because when Luna asks Usagi about it, Usagi says it's in her brooch, and she opens the brooch and there's the crystal. So that was kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Different kind of thing. And, so, yeah. Anyway, just a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to fix my hair. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, yeah. So, Chibiusa runs out of Usagi's room, and we see the time key and the silver crystal, but, yeah, Usagi has the silver crystal in her brooch. So then, we kind of cut to the next day, and I think the Makoto, Manako. Oh, I can actually say Venus's Japanese name. Yay for Viz's redub of the 90s. Ami and Rei and Usagi. I would say that they're at a coffee shop / tea shop. That's what I want to call it because I don't know what the name of it is. So they kind of meet there, and Usagi's telling them kind of what's going on, and they're kind of saying, who is Chibiusa? Where did she come from? So then, Luna comes and meets them, and at this point, Usagi's having Luna keep an eye on Chibiusa, and when Usagi asks Luna about it, she doesn't say much, and then she gives all the Guardians / Scouts their star power sticks, their star transformation pens. So there's another comparison to the 90s that they kept in there. The Guardians minus Sailor Moon gets the star pens and the star communicators, and so since the old ones were destroyed, so that's something in comparison to the 90s. Well, we kind of jump ahead where Rei tells them that she's got to be back at school because by 4:30 because she's going to have a fair going on and she's the fortune teller. So that's kind of where the episode remains. That's where it ends and kind of stuff. Not like it ends where it shows the preview, but kind of where the rest of the episode takes place. And so that's something new, that they didn't have that little fair at Rei's school in the 90s. So Rei has a dream the night before the fair, and she sees Prince, I'm going to just say his English name because I do not know how to pronounce his Japanese name. She sees the Black Moon crescent mark, and she sees Prince Diamond, I think. So, yeah. So, yes, that's something that was not in the 90s. She didn't see that. But also, so back to when she's at the school, she starts telling them their fortunes, and she attracts a lot of people, and the school notices she's more friendly and not as shy as she was in the first half of the story, the first arc. So, there's something new. Then we get to see the Ikashi, I'm going to take a step at that, the Ikashi sisters, and also that we get to see them and everything. So, Katsuie, the youngest Akashi sister, takes the first mission with Rubeus, and she poses also as a fortune teller, and so she tells people kind of bad fortunes in my mind, and Rei tries to stop her. She sees the sisters, like the nuns, and she goes and tells the nuns, but they are the bad guys right now because they're not the real nuns. They're from the Black Moon, Nemesis. And so they see also her, and the president of the club she's helping sees a burning nun. We don't know if that nun survives. We don't know. But then Ami, Makoto, and Manako and Usagi show up at the school and transform. And the only difference with the transformations, the henshins are the same. The only difference is when they transform, Usagi says Moon Crystal Power Makeup, and then Mars and Mercury and Jupiter and Venus say like Mars Star Power Makeup, Mercury Star Power Makeup, Jupiter Star Power Makeup, and Venus Star Power Makeup. So the henshins are the same, but a lot quicker. They're not as drawn out as they were in the first arc. So that's a different thing, I guess, or the same if you want to say it. But so they meet the Ikashi sister Katsuie, and just a second, my cat's messing. Just a second. Sorry. So they meet Katsuie, and she's telling them after Mars asks her why she's there, and she tells them she wants the legendary silver crystal. And then we see kind of like the minions, I guess, of her for the day. So we get to Mars gets a new attack. I do not know how to pronounce it. And Kathy is saying, I can match fire with fire, and nothing happens. Mercury does the Mercury Aqua Mist, and it doesn't do anything. We get to see Venus do the Love Me chain, and all that does is tie the monsters up. It doesn't really destroy them. And then Sailor Moon tries the Moon Tiara Boomerang, and that doesn't work. And when Cassie deflects it back at her, Tuxedo Mask comes and blocks it with his stick. And so they, both Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, form or call the Kitty Moon Rod to them. So Sailor Moon gets the Kitty Moon Rod, and she uses that instead of the tiara again, and she destroys the monsters and Cassie. And that's different. Before Sailor Moon destroyed them, Kathy put Mars in a flame. She trapped her in some flames. So then Sailor Moon destroys Kathy, and Prince Diamond tells Rubeus, who we finally get to see at a better angle, because first time we saw him it was really dark. I couldn't really tell, but he tells Rubeus to take Mars. So Mars gets abducted, and because they think that they can use her gift of telling the future, foretelling the future where the silver crystal is. So that's where it ends, really, is Mars gets abducted. So there's that, and also we get to see in the next episode, which will air on February 21st. I had to look at my calendar. So that's when Act 16 will air. So overall, today's episode, I loved it. They did have a kind of a new opening. So in the opening now, they don't have Beryl and Natalia. They have the Dark Moon Clan and stuff. So they did change that. I really wish they would have put an R after Sailor Moon Crystal, but they didn't. But I'm going to refer to it as Sailor Moon R. I really like how it's coming together for the second arc. I'm hoping they continue with new episodes and not just the 26 episodes that was, told to us. Because I really want to see the entire manga redone as the reboot with Crystal. I'm hoping that'll happen. So there you go. That is my review for Sailor Moon Crystal Act 15. I cannot believe we're on Act 15 already. It's going really quickly. So, yeah. And also, real quickly, before I sign off, I want to say, because I'm hearing a lot of questions, we will not be seeing the Doom Tree arc in the reboot. That was something Deke did to buy Naoka Takeuchi some time. That's my cat making the noise. And so it's just going to go from Beryl to Diamond to Dr. Tomo to Zirconia / Nihilania, and then the Star Arc if we continue with the fast-paced type of thing. So there you go. That is my review for Sailor Moon Crystal Act 15. I'll see you in the next Sailor Moon Crystal episode for Act 16's review. Next in 2 weeks. Bye.